Hi everyone, welcome back to Canary Cast. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Me and Jacob are back. It's a match reaction. Derby have just beaten Norwich 1-0 at Carrow Road. We are not best pleased, Jacob.
No, I'm fuming, mate. We were kind of furiously typing over WhatsApp, weren't we? And one another, just getting increasingly angry. And as soon as the Rupp foul on Dwayne Holmes came through, yeah, we just knew that Wayne Rooney was going to score, didn't we? It was just one of those.
Yeah, you sent the text for the free kick had been taken. It was one of those fouls you just thought, that's not a good idea. And it's cost us the game. Let's talk team selection. We'll work our way through the game. So, Steepman and Wendy are back in. A positive was my reaction.
Yeah, and to be fair to both of them, I thought, well, Emmy, he needs a few games to get off. Again, comes off. He's frustrated with his own performance, where the arms flailing and kind of angrily smashing down the seat. I thought Steepman played well. Derby were just intelligent enough to kind of get on him, and their two shields in that midfield just kind of stopped him from getting anywhere at the edge of the box. But I thought from the penalty, obviously, that we got, he played a main part in that. Thought he knitted the play together wonderfully, and it kind of shows what happens when you actually have a number 10 on the pitch.
Yeah, there was a lovely moment early on in the game where Buendia threaded a ball through. Pukki squared it to Hernandez, and Bryn, I think it was at the back for them, put in a tackle. But it was a good chance. Ben Gibson, we also saw Ben Gibson for the first time, and I thought he looked fairly decent actually on debut.
Considering he's not been playing for 2 years, mate, I think he's spot on there. I think he's probably not as mobile as Ben Godfrey in terms of the passing. He looks a little bit more rigid, but he was good, I think. And I'm just going to be disappointed when we don't go up now this season that we're not going to get him long term. We'll go into a minute, but I'm absolutely just gutted, and it's such a poor performance. I'm questioning a lot of things right now.
Yeah, you can see why they've brought Gibson in as the Godfrey replacement, because he's quite comfortable stepping into midfield and playing balls through the lines and that sort of stuff. The other two people that I want to talk about in terms of selection, Lucas Rupp and Zimmerman. Thoughts?
I didn't think Rook played badly. Probably should have brought the player down at the end earlier, because you just know Wayne Rooney's scoring there. And Zimmerman, again, too easily being turned at times. And he didn't have that much of a threat against Wayne Rooney, because obviously Wayne Rooney's not anywhere near the pace. Still got the quality on the ball. I thought he was class, to be honest. But I thought when Whittaker came on for Derby, Zimmerman's head looked all over the place. Yeah. Long term, it has to be Hanley and Gibson.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Lucas Rupp, starting to find out a bit more what he's about. I think he's aware his defensive awareness is okay, not to the sort of level that Skip's is. There are a couple of occasions where he covered Skip really well. But I think in a game where you're going to control possession like today, I don't think he offers much going forward. I don't even think his passing is particularly good. Is that something you'd agree with?
I think you're spot on. I don't think he played badly. I thought he actually played one of his better games. But Daniel Farke is constantly making him scapegoat. Like that Max Aaron's chance. Mario Vrancic, again, is on for about 5 minutes. And Lucas Rupp cannot play that pass. So I'm not going to blame him for that. That's just not his remit. Like you say, Derby at home, the way they were dropping deep in the first 20 minutes. Why on earth is Mario Vrancic not on the pitch? Take him off at half time if you have to only take 45 minutes. It's just so annoying. And I'm looking at it now, and honestly, I don't see the game plan. Though we're playing a system which is perfect for Jordan Hugill. And we're giving the lad 5 minutes on, and he's come on and made 2 chances. He's had 2 good chances. David Marshall's made a fantastic save for one of them. But it's like, what are we doing? So Mario Vrancic comes on, makes a chance. Jordan Hugill comes on, makes his own chances from long, aimless balls. What is the point of Xavi Quintilla keep crossing it against 3 centre-backs when Teemu Pukki's winning nothing? He's never going to win anything. And you could see Teemu's just standing there like, what is the game plan here? Max Aaron's is getting the ball, whipping it in. His crosses weren't great today. Drive to the byline, Max. Get to the byline. Give it a bit of oomph. Maybe get a challenge brought in against you. A penalty where Teemu doesn't slip over on his arse would be fantastic. But, why not just get to that byline? We're either going wide and whipping early, which isn't working, or going in field, crowded area. They've got 5 at the back already. Their 3 centre-backs are solid, but they're not getting... That's the reason they're deep, is because they're not very quick. So there's 3 centre-backs there. There's 2 defensive midfielders for Derby. And we keep going to Marco Stiepermann, wanting him to do something out of nothing. He's got 7 bloody men on him, mate. It's absolutely ludicrous. I don't understand it. It's just absolute definition of madness, mate. How we can't change that around quicker. I know Adam Ida's come on. But again, there's no maintain of wit.
He didn't much, to be fair.
We're not maintaining the width at all, are we? It's so predictable. And Derby, I thought Curtis Davis and Shinnie were absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But they didn't have to do anything. Again, like Bournemouth, sit deep and hit us on the counter because we always give a stupid chance away. And we did it again. For me, this season is already done. I'm already not happy with it, to be honest. I know that 2 years ago we were in the same boat and we should give him time. This is one win in 15, 16 games, mate. Honestly, I can't wait to be proven wrong. But for me now, I cannot look at that team and see how we get enough wins on the board to be anywhere near that top 6.
Yeah, completely agree with your point about the game plan today. Like from the first 10, 15 minutes, and actually Norwich started the game pretty well. It wasn't until Derby sort of pushed their line of engagement further up the pitch, and then it was more of an even game. But the first 20 minutes, completely in control. And you mentioned the Quintilla crosses going in, and Pukki went up for them. Fair enough, but he's not expected to win them. But stick Hugill on, and I'm pretty sure we would have been 1-0 up in the first 20 minutes.
Mate, when have we ever crossed a Timu Pukki before? And he hasn't grown, has he? He hasn't got bulkier. There's no reason for him to now win balls in the air. I know he did against Preston, but that was a near post flick on, and Declan Rudd's thrown it in his own net. And that was from a corner that was cleared. From open play, he is not going to score against 3 centre-backs. If I can see it, if you could see it, if 27,000 Norwich fans, which would normally be there, can see it and are putting it on Twitter, why can Daniel Farke not see it? I'm absolutely just... I just don't understand it. And Adam Eder, I know that you said he wasn't making any chances. This kid is not a winger. I know he can play and effective on the wing, but can we really think that he is going to be a suitable winger to come on and do that? It's just so frustrating, mate. 2 up front would have been perfect. Then you draw Timu Pukki in, and then that takes a centre back away. And then there's only 2 centre backs for Jordan Hugill to fight with potentially. It's really not that difficult. If I can say it and I can see it, Daniel Farke should be seeing it, mate. It's definition of madness. I said to you at half time, Derby will nick this 1-0 because we're not going to score. And okay, we got the penalty chance. That was the one lovely bit of intricate play where Derby switched off in the whole game. And okay, that's great when it works once. We cannot just keep predicting or hoping that Emi Buendia is going to make a magic ball after 2 months of not playing, or Marco Stiepermann, exactly the same, has not played properly. It's all wrong. I'm really just so confused with it all right now. The team's not right, players' mentalities are not right, and the tactics, the way we're just hoping and waiting to pass it aimlessly around. We're not winning anything with this, mate. It's really, really poor.
I think the biggest frustration for me today, because the start of both halves were encouraging, but the disappointing thing for me today is we've brought all these players in. I think it's 11 new players now to freshen up the squad and give us different options. And I'm thinking of namely Jordan Hugill here. Why have we done that? Why have we gone out and given ourselves all these options if we're not going to put them on until 80 plus minutes?
You're absolutely spot on. You are absolutely spot on. We've changed the system for Jordan Hugill. Like you said, first 20 minutes, Jordan Hugill's on that pitch, we go 1-0 up. There's absolutely no guarantee. If you have Timu Pukki and Jordan Hugill kind of offering that option up, why not go for it at the back and have the wing backs? And then you still have the creative players in the middle, but you have 2 players up front. And I do not understand why you have 1 striker trying to occupy 3 centre backs. How many times did Curtis Davis? He must have a headache, mate, because the amount of headers he won. It was incredible. And he was never under any pressure. Even Mick McCarthy, who is questionable on Sky Sports, was saying, if you bring Jordan Hugill on, he gets to the near post, he gives a challenge to Davies, a flick on, or it might just hit off Davies' shoulder or head wrong because Jordan Hugill's on him. With no pressure, Curtis Davies can do whatever he likes, which he did multiple times. Honestly, mate, it's absolutely baffling. It's just like school stuff, which you could just look at and be like, well, okay, this is not working. And like you say, 80 minutes. And he comes on and he does something. That's the worst bit. And you can see Hugill's pissed off. Like, he wants to be on that pitch and he wants to be given everything. And we're not giving him that opportunity. I love Daniel Farke. I've loved what he's done with this club. But for me, like, the first 4 games have been absolute madness. We win by Huddersfield because Richard Stearman's passed it back to Timu Pukki. Preston gave us a goal.
Yeah.
I'd say the second one was, again, poor defending, Plahetta's volley. Bournemouth, we didn't look like scoring in a month of Sundays. I don't care if we said we dominated the game against a fellow relegated side. I don't give a shit about possession, mate. I really couldn't care less if we keep the ball pretty or shithouse it. I couldn't care less as long as we win. And today, again, I could tell you that we weren't going to score. Okay, the Team Pukki chances is unlucky, but that's still only one goal that you're missing. It's not on him today. He's just so isolated, and it will not work, mate. There's so many scapegoats that are going to be drawn out because of the wrong tactics and formation and everything. It's got to come to Daniel Farke today, and he cannot. I think he can only blame himself.
Completely agree with you. We had nearly all of the ball, and the best chance we created was the penalty, which you're right is unfortunate. And then
You said a brilliant point last week, Joe, mate, and I keep remembering this, and I'll remember this for the rest of the season. Bournemouth were happy to let us have the ball last week, and that's a scary prospect for a team to be happy for us to have the ball, not because they have to, that they're being penned in and we're going to score in a minute. It's, we're coming against Norwich. We might as well play 3 centre-backs because they're going to cross it aimlessly and we're going to win every header. And then we're going to drop deep so their wingers or creative players can't get in behind and there's no space. They'll go in the middle. We'll crowd that out with 2 defensive midfielders. That is as easy as it is. And they'll give us a chance on the break. We'll bring on a quick young lad like they did with Whittaker, like Bournemouth had with Dan Juma and brought on Josh King. We'll have a threat in behind because they always give you a chance. Yeah. This strikes as a mid-table team for me now. Mid-table performances, and I'm not going to be as extreme as to say look the other end because there's a lot of teams worse than us down there. But this looks mid-table for me, which is not good enough because top 6 is minimum with that squad.
Let's not beat around the bush. We've been beaten by Derby today. This is not a Neil Warnock's Borough. This is not Cardiff, Millwall that have nicked a 1-0. This is 0 points, 1 goal Derby County. Yep. They've turned up and they've done an absolute job on us.
Lost 4-0 last week, and they did not have to work hard defensively again. Like, as long as they're in their correct positions, we didn't pull them apart or anything because we're not clicking. Okay, that's fine. If we're not quite clicking, I can understand that. But why keep persisting with it? Why keep going with it if we're not fully on it? Get a Hugel up, get the balls in, and try something different. And we're just not doing it. We're not offering anything alternative. There's no plan. If plan A doesn't work, we'll just try plan A a little bit with different players. It doesn't work like that. And I can't believe he's not seeing that. I don't know if it's blinded by faith in certain players. Like you say, Lucas Rupp could have been taken off today, not because he was playing badly, but you think, okay, Lucas has done his job. We're pretty solid at 0-0. Okay, they're not really having a threat in behind yet. We'll bring on Mario Vrancic and give an opportunity there. Skip was solid enough, wasn't he? I'm so confused, mate. I don't know why you bring Emi Buendia off. I don't even care if he's not playing well. You leave him on until that last minute in case, like you said in the first half, that ball to Teemu Pukki was reminiscent of last season. It reminded me very strongly of Man City, Chelsea at home. And you're thinking, yeah, that's just that little bit of sparkle you need. And oh, mate, honestly, I'm rambling now because I'm just so disappointed. It's so frustrating watching this Norwich City team, especially with the expectation. And if Stuart Webber, who was there today, is watching that and saying, we've got a chance of going up, well, he's watching a different game to me.
What do you make of Zimmerman today? Because I thought when he picked up his yellow, when Zozviak got in behind him and he dragged him back and picked up yellow, I thought that sums up the start of the season that Christoph has had. Like he just gets turned too easily for my money.
You said it there, spot on, mate. He's an okay defender at this level now. And the knee injury has caused him massive issues. I don't know how much his pace has really been effective, or if he doesn't feel as confident with his knee. His passing doesn't look as good as it was. I wouldn't say it was ever perfect, but it was a lot better. The centre backs aren't playing the dangerous balls, are they? The quick balls. The tempo today was so slow. There's no player taking a risk in there to try and fiddle it into Marco Stiefman. It's just to his feet, and then he's got to do something with it instead of a player taking on, or as Ollie Skip taking on a player and then feeding Stiefman in space. It's just so predictable, mate. And Zimbo, at this level, he will be turned by a quick little striker, or like Whittaker came on, or not little but quick again. You don't have to be that quick to beat Zimbo, and it will be that and that and that. We'll keep saying it every week until he's replaced by a Hanley if he comes back fit. So for me, mate, this squad is nowhere near the level it needs to be. And I know it's only 4 games in, but I can't see any. I feel like it's going to be a very disappointing campaign.
It's early to say that, Jacob. It is early to say that.
1 win in 16. We've been awful since March. That's 6 months. I'll be honest, mate, I can't see anything else. I just can't. That's just my opinion. You're entitled to yours. I might be wrong. People in the comments, let us know if you think I'm being absolutely blown out of water. I'm looking at the last 2 games and I'm thinking, these teams are not that great. They haven't had to play that well, and we look nowhere near it. Hopefully it turns. Hopefully we could. I just don't see last time it turned. We had Emi Buendia to bring in. We had Max Aarons to bring in. Every new player, apart from Jacob Sorensen, has had a chance now. And for me, they can grow. They can become better. But I can't see anyone who comes into that side now that you go, he can add something. Emi Buendia on his day can create us chances and win us games on his own. But that's too much reliance on one player. I just don't see everyone else clicking at the moment. Hopefully it does. I just think with the transfer rumours and everything, it's too much of a disgruntled group there at the moment. Todd left out of the 18 again today. There's obviously a reason for that. It's not fitness. It's not injury. Daniel Farke said that. Yeah, I think it's just a season of meh. And I'm so downtrodden now. I can't really say anything else just because I can't see what else happens. I'm glad it's an international break. I'll be honest.
I don't know if I am because we're now dwelling on that for 2 weeks. But I'm trying to think of a silver lining. I'm thinking about player performances. I think Quintilla has made a really good start to his Norwich career.
He could be even better as well, though. Like the way he's whipping the ball in. If Jordan Hugel's there, he's perfect for a wing back role as well. If you get a free set, this is where I think we can go. If we get 3 solid centre backs, which is difficult considering our injury record, 2 wing backs in Max and Quintilla, and then you can play Owen Eldon around up there at times. I don't think again he was very effective today. But you look at Wolves, they play wingers and wing backs. You look at Wolves again, they play wingers and introverted, creative players. I think that's the way you've got to go. We solidify then at the back. We can take risks with a centre-back coming out because you've still got 2 there. You've got Xavi and Max already in wing-back positions most of the time because we're dominating the ball. We've got that extra man to cover them too. And you've just got 2 options up front, which if someone plays 5 at the back against Norwich at the moment, it's so easy to play. It's so easy to play and defend. And then they go and scab a goal because we are dreadful at defending. And it's honestly, mate, it's so, yeah, I don't know what you think, but yeah, it might be a bit too early, but I just can't see where this improves at the minute. 1 win in 16 is anyone else would be gone.
Yeah. Ollie Skip, I thought he had another good game.
Yeah, he does his job well, mate. I still think we're lacking a midfielder in there that really kind of takes that ball on. We said it last season. We just need a holding midfielder in there. If Mario Vrancic had a tank and could run 90 minutes, good God, we would be fine because it would be breaking the lines, wouldn't it? Someone's coming through and kind of bringing another midfielder out, giving Marco Stiepen more time. At the minute we're too predictable. You can literally sit and lay a blanket over Norwich's play. No one's being brought out of position. Graham Shinney looked great today because he didn't have to be dragged out of position. He stayed in one position and was perfect at it because he hadn't had to be moved around. And that's why we're making it far too easy for teams. I think we need to leave it there because otherwise I'll just keep going on a ramble. But yeah, we're making it far too easy. And at the moment, if Daniel Farke doesn't sort this out, we're going nowhere near the top 6, mate.
Okay, last point, then I'll wrap it up. Was today any better than the Bournemouth performance?
No. I'm going to tell you why.
It was a bit. Go on.
I'm only going to tell you why, because we should be beating Derby. I can take it. I can take a 0-0 draw against Bournemouth if we play well enough. But come on, mate. Like you said, bottom table Derby. How many goals they lost 4-0 to Blackburn, mate. I know that, and it wasn't even difficult for them. That's the difference. It wasn't even difficult. I'd have still been as angry if we draw 0-0. They just that icing on the cake that we've given them a chance. I think Tim Krul's slightly too over for that Wayne Rooney goal. I don't know why he's that far over. I still think it's a great free kick, but I don't think he's saving it. But it makes it so easy for Rooney to pick where he's going. Yeah, for me, I'm more disappointed in this result than the last week, and I didn't think that was going to be very possible, but I definitely am. Yeah, so just really annoyed. Okay, we'll leave it there before you even played. So there you have it. Derby have done an absolute job on Norwich City. 1-0 win for Derby. We'll be back this week. There's a bit of a special sort of roundhouse table video coming for you. Big name, Jacob. I don't think I've missed anything else. No, you're spot on, mate. Yeah, really. I think it'll be next Tuesday they'll be out. So massive names in the Norwich sphere. Hopefully you all enjoy it. And there is a little bit of debate on there, which is very good. I enjoyed it. So hopefully you guys do as well. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. What happened? What went wrong? Dan, thank you for getting this far. Thank you for subscribing. Keeping my motivations high. I'm going for a nice long drink at the pub tonight to forget all about it. It's all right, Jake. It's the international break now, mate. You can chill out a bit. 2 weeks of pub. Get over that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Drop us a comment. Enjoy the rest of your week. Laters.